This guy, at least he puts like on all of my videos, but his videos very horrendous also. And if I was Trump's advisor, we definitely fix a lot of shit. You know, we don't need somebody in the White House who's another fucking another dormant freaking socialist slash inside freaking secret party. You know, we need a good president who didn't go to all that stuff. You know, but anyways, it trips me out how many people are trying to report. Like, this guy's good, he replies to me, but everyone else, shame on them for not ever replying to me. As far as them trying to solve stuff, asking for people's help on looking at videos, uh, people that could actually be making themselves higher up by, advertising me and me having love and having interviews with them. It's pretty lame to be in a time range or in an age where man has lost their way so much to where Bible and prophecy don't even matter no more. So it don't matter if you're white, black, Mexican, Asian, purple, yellow, uh, anything. You know, Asian, Bush people, people from freaking Sentinel Island. It doesn't matter who you are. Nobody really cares to listen. Even if you're like a direct descendant of someone, even if you're like something, if you're not already in power with your family running the business, then obviously you're not in power. But in my big studies, if Jesus was not white, not black, but real red, like a Native American that is really really red, you look at Chief Victoria, you look at Geronimo, you look at Red Cloud, you look at all of us, and with enough sunburn on us, we're pretty red. Naturally, we're freaking like pretty light, but when you have a lot of sun beating down on you, and you don't stay out of the dark for a bit, you turn dark, but like red. And in the Catholic churches, they have a lot of the old school ones, the museums especially. They have Jesus uh, paintings and also like the cutout stuff to be like on that cross and like them paint it. And when you look at the old school colors on them, it wasn't no light skinned pale guy. It was a very dark red guy. So that kind of trips me out as far as trying to figure out what's going on with this world, this nation, all nations. Because originally, uh, there was the dark people out of Africa who, Moses was trying to lead out of Egypt. And you'll see a lot of Muslim people, a lot of Jewish people, depending on where they're at, especially Africa, you'll see that they're dark. So there's a lot of speculation, in my belief, for, excuse me, for for pale face, pale, like in the old days. Not talking crap about anyone today. I love everybody, but in the storylines, as far as describing certain classes or parties, or minorities or whatever, conquerors and the conquered, the pale face all came from like Switzerland and Germany and whatnot. And then later on, you have a guy named Hitler who is killing a lot of people in Germany and trying to take over Europe and then take over the rest of the world, But was he really trying to take over the world, or was he really just fighting for his country and another country and trying to get to UK to get their information, their science, and all their stuff, because Hitler also was trying to free some Jews, and he was also trying to help them escape. He gave some jobs, he hid some. Him and Mussolini, when you look at world history instead of U.S. history, and you get the info from like Britannia or something that's not American, no History Channel. Whenever you get anything that's History Channel, you're getting fed what they want you to believe. But whenever you go into something like maybe Wikipedia, but I think that's still more either like U.S. or possibly just somehow corrupt, because when you look on internet and you see each tab, you'll see each one stands for like U.S. made or like international made. And whenever I go to these other websites that are like on the regular Google Maps or Google internet, you end up going to like Britain or like Arabic or like India. You start seeing that their tabs, as far as being the same search engine or description, a category, it's all posted right there. So you can click on different ones and you'll see stories are slightly different. And so it really sucks to think that ancestors of people that were either from this planet or not from this planet, they had some evil deities, call them aliens, call them telepathic, call them, a bunch of people with insignia, stigmata, you know what I mean? It was crazy stuff. You had oracles that were women. Books say that man descended upon from elves and dwarves and man and giants, but if you look at it in reality, you're just making fun of people that were originally certain sizes for them being a culture. You know what I'm saying? So you got to look at reality, and you got to think about what is real and what's not real and what could have been real, because probability only works with that is actually probable. In order to have some type of question, you have to have like the quantum equation for that question, that type of stuff like that. And so yeah, you had tall people, you had people that were very short, you had people that are in different races or tribes or cultures or origin of life of how they've been living, that are still that certain type of class, but one or two once in a while will be super tall, or one or two will be super short. So with everyone having ability to harness magic, as far as witches, whether it's chem lab or some type of paranormal interaction, that right there is up for us to try to figure out, but only practicing good magic, praying for good things, looking in the mirror and telling yourself you're beautiful, you're gonna have a great day. That's altering dimensions to be on the same mind level track, like, so when more dimensions of you are stabilized, thinking the same way, more positivity gets done. So when you look at all this, it seems like ancestors or aliens with ancestors or whoever manipulated some type of weird plot, that it was like the pale face, whether it was aliens or not. I really feel like they manipulated the whole Jew thingy. Was Jew really all colors? Was it originally the dark people? Or was it mostly dark people and somehow there's a few that were like light, or there was half and half? But when you look at the dark people of the Jewish people, you don't ever see them fighting. And a lot of them are not called Jew today. A lot of them are called Muslim today, because they're like, we have nothing here. They didn't want us to be Jewish. Muslim loves us. I'm learning a lot of Muslim. I'll be Muslim. And that's how a lot of the world has been. I know it sounds messed up, but a lot of people will tell you true. This guy is very, very true. Like, he knows what he's talking about. Even when my father and I were arguing, I kept telling him, the Moors were in Spain, the Moors were in Spain. But the Moors also were Muslim. So, there's no way I could be making up all these assumptions as far as them being called assumptions, when really it's 2 out of 3 probability. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm not mad at anybody that, wanted to kind of like make it from, in my belief, kind of like a culture or origin or a race, but definitely wasn't originally what is called a religion today. That's one of the biggest things that hits the nail with the hammer, and correct hit. Like, wait, so if the pagans was a pagan and back then it wasn't considered like a religion, it was more like a tribe, then why is Jewish and Muslim considered religion when really that's more like a tribe? There is a difference between religion and tribes, even though it's like, what do you mean? It's a big party of people that stick to it. Well, there's cult and there's religion. There's good and bad, but it's still part of one seed. And then uh, you have like origin and culture, or like tribe. That's where the heart is at, as far as being home with family and practicing what you were born to do, what you were raised doing, and what you'll pass away being happy doing. So when it comes to this religion, I love everyone's religion as far as the positive, but I don't like the negative, and that's where I'm trying to speak out to everyone to help them out understand. Because really, it sounds crazy, but it's actually all come in effect. Do you know where the League of Nations is? It's in Switzerland. So when you look at all of these people that were half, like say, I mean, big question. Why did the Germans go to war with the Jewish people that was in that same area? Was it because they were shiesty with like the technology and the science, as far as Switzerland and UK and certain people that had technology and they got it from the teachings of like Muslim, Hindu, and Jewish? Because you think about it, all 3 of those are very, very, very smart with technology. Their countries and homes are very, 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 very royal and rich. When I say royal, I don't mean like they really like. We all deserve to be royal. So if someone's taking it as a put down, whatever. But still, for you to say you're royal and I'm not, or that person's not, or that person's not, it really bursts my bubble. So, I'm not scared to call it out as far as what it is. There are people that are living the most wealthiest, richest lives and keep trying to make money like if it's a sport, when really you're already the richest. So all of this really does make sense when you look at every impact level that's actually pushed us to ground zero. All right. God bless everybody.